So, find the number of permutations of the letters in the word kitchen. So this is what I'm going to get you to do. Every single time you get a word, you're going to write it out, and I'm going to explain why, because right now it's going to look stupid. But say I had the word pool. Paying attention? If I had the word pool, I would go P-O-O-L. And the reason why I would do that is just so that I know that there's repetitions. Because you have to do something different if there's repetitions. Okay? So if I have the word kitchen, I go K-I-T-C-H-E-N, and I literally just rewrite the word. If I just rewrite the word, that means there's no repetitions. Because if you have repetitions, you're going to have to do something different. Okay? All right. So here it says, find the number of permutations of the letters in the word kitchen. Remember, kitchen Scrabble tiles. I have one K, one I, one T, one C, one H, one E, one N. So I assume I can't repeat. Correct? So I have this many Scrabble tiles sitting in front of my face. Now here they say the letters K, C, N must be together. So they have to be together, but not necessarily in that order. So I'm rearranging the whole word kitchen. Kitchen is how many letters? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how I do this one is I say, okay, KCN must be together. So I hook them together and I always put them at the front, unless it says KCN must be together in the middle, or it gives you a specific place where they have to be together. But if it just says they have to be together, I put them in the front. So I'm going to go hook these 3 together. And if it was KCN in that order, this would be KCN and it would be 1, 1, 1. We agree? But it says KCN not necessarily in that order. So what do I have for options for this first blank? 3, then 2, then 1, because I could have KCN here. And then, like I said, it's no repetition. So then CN. And then let's pretend it's N. So now I've used up KC and N. We agree? So what letters do I have left for the last blanks? Yeah, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because I have I, T, H, E. And then I box 1, then I have I, T, H. Then I box 1, then I have I, T. And then I have I, right? You don't have to show all the options underneath, but it lets you see it. Now, what do I have to do with each of those blanks? So I multiply or add? Multiply, because I need every single letter, this letter and this one and this one and this one and this one to make the word kitchen. Now, most people will give me this as the answer, but it's wrong. Because this is the answer to, it's not, we're just not done. So don't go erasing it. This is the answer to together at the front. Did it say that? Did it say it has to begin with these letters together or anything like that? No. So there are places that they can go. So for now, I'm just going to show you with my hand, but then I'll show you with arrows. So say this is the 4 letters at the back, and this marker is the 3 letters hooked together. We agree? They could be here, which is one way, or I could move them between these 2 letters, or these ones, or these ones, or these ones, and it would make different words, wouldn't it? But they would still be together, wouldn't they? So I'm going to show you all the cases up top. You don't have to write these out, but I'm just going to show you all the cases up top, what they could look like, and then you'll be able to trust me as to why we can do it quicker. So we have the first case, which is 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. We agree? Then we could put them here. So we could go 4, 3, 2, 1. They would still be together, wouldn't they? But they would make a different word. 3, 2, 1. Then I could go 4, 3, put them between these 2 letters. Then I'd have 2, 1. Then I could go 4, 3, 2, put them here. Or I could go 4, 3, 2, 1, put all the letters at the front, and then put them at the back. And I would still make a different word, wouldn't I? Do you see how I'm moving them? But they're still together, but they're going to make a different word. Ultimately, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, all the same answer, correct? So I get the same answer how many times? 5, right? I get the same answer 5. So the easiest way to do that, instead of like writing out every option, which takes forever, and then adding up the same thing or multiplying by 5, is you can go like this. This is one way, the way that they're seated right now, like right at the front. Then I can move them between these ones, can't I? And it would make a different one. So that's 2 ways, 3 ways, 4, and then 5. So I just multiply by 5. Hint for you, it's always one more than the hooked together letters. So after the hooked together letters is 4, is the number 4. So it'd always be 5. If after the hooked together letters it was 6, then it would be times 7. You always get one more. You can physically move them too. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I can write this as rocket counting numbers. This is 3, 2, 1 blast off. So that's what? 3 factorial. And then what's this? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 factorial. So 720. Now, normally I would make you box B, or star B, because B is the one where it's not together. They say that the vowels must not be together. Then people try and give all the cases where the vowels are not together. That is the worst way to go about it, because you'll miss 1 or 2 or 1,000 cases, okay? If I said to you guys, how can you figure out how many people are in this school but not in this class? I want to know how many people are not in this class. Yeah, you take the total, you'd go, hey, Mrs. O, what's the total number of people in this class, in this school? And she'd be like, blah, 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 which I don't know what it is. And then you'd say, hey, Lepp, what is the number? And I'd say 24. And then you'd subtract the 2 numbers, and you'd get the people not in this class, correct? What I'm not going to do is I'm not going to go, okay, J.O.'s room, 23. And then, okay, Gil's room, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, everyone in bathrooms, halt. You're not allowed to move. Okay. Now we're going to go to Security's room. Da, 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 da. Then we're going to go here. And then it's like, oh, the bathroom person, you moved. Oh, no, someone came into the school. Oh, there's some people missing. Who's missing? I don't even, like, it's chaos, right? That way you would miss 1, 2, or a few 50 people, right, if you did it that way. That's the worst way. So to go about these, where it says the number of letters in the word kitchen where the vowels must not be together, trying to find all the cases where they're not together, and that's the way you go about it. So you're like, okay, I can put an I and an E apart with 1 letter here. Okay, then I can go an I and an E with 1 part letter here. Okay, then I can move the I and the E here with 1, like, you're going to miss a few, right? That's not the most conducive way. So when it gives you words and it says that something can't be together, your best way to do it is total minus them together, correct? Like total minus the people in this class got us the people not in this class, correct? So the total number of ways, we always do total no restrictions of the words in kitchen, of rearranging the word kitchen, and then minus the vowels together. And then that equals the vowels not together. Okay? So how can I rearrange the words in kitchen? The letters in kitchen, words in kitchen. 7 factorial, because it would just be 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 7 factorial is right. Then I have to do the vowels together. So how do I do it when it's together? I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a different color because it looks like a minus. Okay, how many vowels are in kitchen? 2. So I hook the 2 together. How many options do I have for the first blank? 2. And then 1. Because I would have like I and E, and then say I kept I, then I would have E. How many letters do I have left for the rest? 5, then 4, 3, 2, 1. Am I done? I'm not done because it's not vowels together at the front, which sometimes they do say that. It's vowels together. So what do I have to remember to multiply by? 6. And I multiply by 6 because this is one way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's back. 6. It's always one more than the numbers after the hook together numbers. Yeah. So if I wanted to type it in easier into my calculator, I would go 7 factorial minus 2 times 1. I could put 2 factorial, but you're using extra buttons. What's 2 times 1? Just 2. But you could put 2 factorial. 2 times 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off. 6 factorial. And what do you get?
3,600.
I want you guys to try example 2 and 3. So, the next one is oranges. Does the word oranges have any doubling or tripling letters? No. The next page is going to be different. Okay. So, oranges has how many letters in it? 7. So, if there are no restrictions, how can I arrange oranges? 7 factorial, which I think is 5,040. Okay. The first letter must be an N. So this has to be an N, which is one option. Then I have 6, 5, 4, 3, which is 6 factorial, which is 720. The vowels must be together. This one says in the order OAE. Does it say they have to be at the front? No, it just says they have to be in that order though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 must be together. OAE, which is 1, 1, 1, then 4, 3, 2, 1. And then what do I have to do? Times it by 5. So it's going to be 5 factorial, which is 120. Then here it says, in how many of the arrangements of the word brains are vowels together? So brains has an A and an I and some other letters that are not vowels. How many letters are in, how many letters is? Yep. See, Connor? You don't want me helping you. Said letters is. There are 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The vowels have to be together. So what is this? 2, then 1, then
4, 3, 2.
And then? Now the only time people error most often on these ones is when it says vowels have to be together at the front and you guys ignore it and then you times it by 5. If it said together at the front, you'd be done, right? You wouldn't times it by 5. So this is going to be 2 times 5 factorial, which is 240. Okay, we're going to go flip to the next page. Or Cole's notes version here. Cole's notes. Okay, what happens if we have repeating letters? We haven't had any yet. Okay. So how many different letters arrangements are in basketball? And people will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 factorial, because there's 10 letters. Yeah, except here is basketball and basketball. Are these two words different? No. I switched the 2 L's. Can you tell?
Yes.
No. Not true.
One slight.
No. I did. I literally went back, deleted out the L's, retyped the other L.
Those are new L's.
No, I took the L's from the other ones, copied and pasted them.
But you just said you deleted them.
No, I deleted the... Okay, I may be lying, but if I had done this properly, I would have copied and pasted those L's. I copied and pasted them in opposite order. So imagine I did that. Okay? Okay, what's up, Chuck? Let's bring her down a notch. Jeez. Okay, so we can't tell the difference that I did that, even though Grant doesn't believe me, and I just said I didn't, but I did. Okay? Okay. So I swapped them. You can't tell. So there's the cases is that you have to take out all the cases where you can't tell the difference. If you had to go do that, that would be pretty awful, wouldn't it? If you had to actually have to figure that out, like, okay, if I put the L's here and then I swap them here and then here and then here and then here and then here, like there'd be so many cases I'd have to take out. there must be a better way. There is. There's actually a really easy way to fix the problem, like super crazy easy. The only reason why people get it wrong is they forget to take out the fact that there are doubling and tripling letters. So that's why I told you to write the word out so that you stack the ones that double and triple. For two reasons. One, once you stack them, hopefully you have like a little like light bulb and you're like, why am I stacking these? Oh, they're repeating, okay? And two, you actually realize that there's doubling and tripling letters. And like you don't miss one. Like you write an S here and then some people will write an S again over here instead of stacking it. So hopefully it fixes the problems. So here, we're going to look at aardvark. Because why wouldn't you? So how many different letters arrangements can you make with the letters in aardvark? Okay, so I have, the first thing I do is I rewrite the word. A, R, D, V, A, R, K. So hopefully I now see that I've stacked letters and it reminds me that there's tripling and doubling letters. Also, hopefully I've stacked them properly and I see I have 3 A's and 2 R's. Okay? Now the A's must be together. That's our biggest restriction here. Okay? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 letters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I always treat these letters like they're different. And then I'll do something to get rid of all the cases where they're actually the same. So the A's must be together. So I hook the A's together, and some people will say it's 1, 1, 1. No, I treat the A's like as if I could tell the difference. Like as if they had subscripts, like an A1 and an A2 and an A3. They don't, but I pretend like they have little subscripts. So how many letters would I have for this one? 3, then. Now technically, they would be A. So they wouldn't look any different, correct? But I'm going to pretend that they look different for now, and then there's a really quick way to get rid of the problems. How many letters are left? 5. So 5, then 4, then 3, 2, 1. Am I done? No, I must do what? Because it doesn't say together at the front, it just says together. So I times by 6. I'm going to put a that symbol. So it's going to be a multiplication. I don't know why I said that. Okay, 3 factorial, 6 factorial. I'm still in Christmas mode. So if I do that, that means I have literally just treated aardvark because it's totally all different letters, which it's not. There are 2 R's and 2 A's. We agree? So what's... Yes?
3.
Oh, did I say 2 and 2? Dag nabbit. There are 3 and 2. Good, I was checking to see if you were paying attention. I'm glad you were. That's awesome. Who wanted to teach this lesson? It was me. That was on you. It was on me. Okay. Should just cut the unit. Okay. So, just joking. I wouldn't cut the unit. No, that was a joke. Okay. So the way to get rid of the doubling and tripling letters is you just put a division. You go like this. You put a division symbol over the whole nozzle. So we'll go like this. And then we put, if there's tripling letters, we put 3 factorial. If there's doubling letters, we put 2 factorial. So if there was tripling and tripling, we go 3 factorial, 3 factorial. But because this is tripling and doubling, I'm going to go 3 factorial, 2 factorial. Not on the 2. And you could technically go 6 times 2. But make sure when you put it into your calculator, you either pop up the fraction button or you put these in brackets, because it will not do it correctly, because your calculator will do order of operations, will it not? So it's going to, if you don't put brackets, it's going to go 3 factorial times 6 factorial, divide that answer by 3 factorial, then take that answer and times it by 2. Is that what you want it to do? No, you want it to do the top divided by the bottom. So either put in fractions, the fraction button, and then you don't need the brackets, or put brackets. Everyone type it in and see if you get the same answer. You should get 360. Because the 3 factorials cancel, 6 factorial divided by 2. You could have technically not wrote either of those, correct? Because they cancel, one on the top, one on the bottom. 6 factorial 720 divided by 2 is 360. Okay. B and C, go. Okay, Vancouver, Vancouver. Did any, let's look it up. Okay, Vancouver has 4, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now what I do immediately after I've written out the word, guys, what I do immediately before I even go to do the actual math, I'm going to immediately go to my denominator and put 2 factorial so I don't forget it. Because that's the go-to forget, is that people forget to divide by the factorials at the bottom. So I put them before I even solve the question. Then I go and read what the question wants me to do, and it wants the v's together. So this would be 2, then 1, then 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which is just 2 factorial, 7 factorial over 2 factorial, and technically the 2 factorials cancel. So it's 5,040. You don't multiply by 8 because it says they have to start with the v's. Mathematical. Mathematical. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And on the bottom, I'm going to have 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 2 factorial. Or you could just write 2, 3 factorial, 2. Okay? How many vowels are in mathematical? 5. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How many letters are left? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then, what do I have to do? Times it by 8. So in my calculator, I would have 5 factorial, 8 factorial, in brackets, divided by 2 times 3 factorial times 2. And what do you get?
101.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We just don't know how to.
What's up? What's the matter? What's up? I don't know.
Yeah, she's just staring.
I don't know because there are 5. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Can you not attack him? Can you chillax? The girl goes on a holiday and takes you out like she's bam. When you came back from America, you were supposed to be all kind and nice.
That's not what America is.
America.
That's a good one.
That's a problem. That's what that is. Okay.
Well, can you please go back?
Okay, your homework for tonight is to open up your Google Classroom. There's a review on it. Go. Start working on it. You'll probably finish for the class.